Earthquake here, tsunami there, earthquake. Lord is just shaking his hand over this earth that's doing terrible things. And nobody is considering. But the Lord said these things going to happen. That's how I know these are the last days. Pay attention, sisters and brothers. Get your house in order. Get cleaned up. Because your king is coming. You got to get right. Go ahead and read.
All these are the beginning of sorrows.
Now this is just the beginning. Because when that tribulation comes, it's going to be much worse. Go ahead and read.
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you.
They ain't did that yet, but they wish they could. When you come with this word of God, they really want to put some hurt on you. Go ahead and read.
And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
Go ahead.
And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many.
See, the more they hate you, they hate you because you point them out. You know, because you are called by the Lord's name. What do you think Israel is? Don't you know that's the Lord's name? I'm talking about spiritual and physical. But you got to be more so spiritual than anything. Go ahead and read.
12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
There ain't no love out there.
No.
You just look out in the world. There is no love. There ain't no true love. Things are changing. You can't trust nobody. Everybody lie to you. Yep. Everybody want to do something. Everybody want to take from you. It's like that now. That love is waxing real cold. That is why I have to hang around my sisters and brothers, because I know they fear the Lord and I ain't worried about them. I can sit them down in my house. I can go down the street and they're going to be sitting right there when I come back. Yes, and don't have to worry about nothing being gone. Yep. Because I know they fear God. See, I don't worry about that. That is why I can't hang around other people. I got to be around my brothers and sisters. Because I know they fear the same thing I fear. Yes, God.
Yes, sir.
They won't say, well, God will forgive me.
No.
So I got itchy fingers. He'll understand. No, the Lord will kill you. Go ahead and read, Benaniah.
13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Because this thing is about endurance. You know, I found out once I got into this word, I understood that, hey, man, what if I get out of this, I'm doomed. See, most people don't understand. You done came in this word. The Lord is going to require you to act a certain way.
Yes, sir.
You can't plead ignorance with him, because he know you know better. Go ahead and read.
And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world.
Because this gospel has been preached to everybody. Lord gonna make, you probably didn't hear, but this word done came to you one way or another. You didn't pay it no mind, because you ain't gonna plead ignorance. It ain't the Lord's fault because you didn't read his word. I had it out there. I had my prophets. I had my people come to you. You deny my word, and this is your reward. Go ahead and read.
And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. And then shall the end come.
Then the end gonna come. Go ahead and read.
When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in a holy place. Whoso readeth, let him understand.
See how, and this is how they deceive you. They tell you the Old Testament has been fulfilled, so you don't go read Daniel the prophet. That's another way. That's another form of deception, by telling you the Old Testament have done away with. Well, how you gonna understand when you see the prophecy spoken by Daniel the prophet about the abomination that make it desolate? You got to have the old book. It is a lot of things in the Old Testament that have not been fulfilled yet, sisters and brothers. Go ahead and read.
Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains.
You know, when you see this guy step in the holy place, hey, you better run. If you in Judea, you better run. And you know, they got the wilderness of Judea that is on the east coast of the Salt Sea or the Dead Sea. You understand? That is what he's telling them to flee, because that is part of the wilderness where Israel came through. You got on the west side of the Salt Sea, you have Ammon, you got Moab, and then you got Edom right under there. That is where they walk through, and that is where, and if you really understand Scripture, that is where the Lord gonna lead you through. And again, see, he don't do the same thing. You better understand this. See, but you're gonna have people in the church gonna say, "Oh, you don't have to do all that." And those are the ones that's going to get caught up in this thing. But finish reading that, brother.
17. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house.
If you're on the housetop, you better run straight for the hills. Don't get nothing out of the house. I left my car keys. No, don't go get them. Run. Go ahead and read.
Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes.
Oh, man, I left my threads at the house. Let me go get me one piece of garment. No, run. Take off. Go ahead and read.
And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day.
Because sometimes elements can stop you from running. If there's a lot of snow deep, you can't go nowhere. And if it's on the Sabbath day in Jerusalem, the majority of everything closed up. You ain't going nowhere. So you pray that don't happen. Go ahead and read.
For then shall great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
You know, you think about the worst things that you ever known or read about what's happened. And it's going to be much worse than that. So bad. And I could see some terrible times. I could read where some terrible things done happened in the past. But this it ain't going to compare to what's going to happen here. Go ahead and read.
And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Because the Lord, he is going to have to come and stop this thing. Because if he don't come and stop this thing, this man will destroy the whole world. Just think about the weapons they have nowadays. Everybody got them. They say some of these third worlds don't got them, but you know they got them. You know they got them. Money by everything. Come on now. Got to tell you, he's going to give you $1 billion for something that you got. He's going to get it. That's how wicked this man is. Now, he said, but it said here in the 15th chapter, he said, wherefore, when you see the abomination of desolation spoke by Daniel the prophet, step in the holy place, right? Well, we got to find out what the holy place is, right? Let's go see. Let's go to Isaiah the 52nd chapter. We got to find out what a holy place is, because there is one holy place, and our forefathers used to be there, because we were a holy people to God. Isaiah 52. Isaiah 52. We got to find out where the holy place is. Isaiah 52, and we're going to pick it up at verse 1. 52, we're just going to read this one verse. Go ahead. 52 and 1. Go ahead and read, brother.
Awake, awake. Put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city.
That is the holy place. It is Jerusalem. That is the holy place, sisters and brothers. Why do you think they fight over that land so much? They fighting over your land that the Most High gave our forefathers. That is the holy place. And that is where this abomination that make it desolate going to sit at. That is where he is going to go at. And he's going to sit in a holy, that's the only place, because he's not going to sit in God's temple. That's why I showed you he's going to be in that land, because he is not going to sit in God's temple. Because, you know, you got a people over there, an imposter claiming to be us. They are going to be build a temple, and this guy is going to go sit in that temple. And ain't nothing holy about that temple. The master, he going to come, and he going to build his own temple, to where he going to dwell at. That's why I say this land is holy. It have nothing to do with the structure where this guy going to sit in. Let's look at it some more. Let's go to Revelation, the 11th chapter. Because the Lord going to tell you where he told John where to measure his temple at. But he going to get the other part to somebody else. Revelations 11. And we're going to pick it up at verse 1. Revelations 11 and verse 1. 11 and 1. When you get there, Brother Ben and I, go ahead and read.
And there was given me a reed like unto a rod, and the angel stood, saying, Rise.